here is a video on how to replace the fuel injectors on GLK350. This is 2010. First of all, you need to disconnect the battery from there, then remove the air filter, should be here on the top. After that, you gotta disconnect this, to get easy access to the fuel rail from here. But it should be this one right here. You're gonna use E10, I believe it's good job, I dropped it right there. Anyways, it's an E10. So use that E10 to lose this, and it should be another one right here. There is a ground right there, yeah, right there, and it should be one right here. I don't think, yeah, that one too needs to be disconnected. I did disconnect all these sensors from here just to give me enough room to move this. There is another one right here, which means this one, and to remove this, it should be a bracket like this, should be located right here, and you need T40, I believe, to remove these two screws, so you can remove the bracket so you can get to this one. Okay, same thing right here, and I don't think you need to disconnect this harness from here, because I think you have enough room to do it. You need to get that one right there for the fuel rail. There's another one right there. Okay. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you need also to disconnect the ignition coils as well, so you can easily remove this. Anyways, after that, you're gonna need to disconnect the fuel injectors from there. That's the connector 1, 2, 3 at the bottom, in the back, and you're gonna get this one from here. Yeah, do this screw. I believe this is E10, and there is another one right here in the back, right there, and the same for this side, like I said. Okay, I'm not sure if you need to remove this, because I'm doing this video and I still didn't get the fuel rail, so I'm not sure if I need to lose this or not. Right?
And this is one of the tools that you need. You know why? Just because if you drop something like I did, you're gonna lose this. This is a magnet, and you use it to get to the E10 that I dropped right there. And voila! I need to disconnect this so I can't move this freely. I'll be back. Disconnect that one. But anyways, to disconnect it, I think it's just a clip. You push this one and you move, but I can't do it with one hand. I'll be back. And you might want to get you something like this. It's a pick. That's going to help you disconnect the fuel injector connectors. It's kind of like hard to do. Okay, got the first one. Second one right there. Okay, okay. Then try to get it from there. Now, come find me. I need my other hat. There's a helpful to get you a bungee cord. I don't have one, so I used what I can find. But anyways,
I got the first one disconnected, so I used this Pry-bar, and I did pry from here. Boom. I got that one removed. I'll do the same thing for the other one.
Removed. And I did cover where the injector goes, so just to make sure that nothing goes there. All three of them. So here's the injectors. They have this clip right here, this retainer clip, this metal one, and the plastic one as well. So both of them. So you remove this in order for you to pull this out. And also this clip helps you connect the fuel injector to the right direction, because it should be like the connector right here should be facing this way. This one also, and that one right there. So when you use this clip, it helps you keep it, lined up correctly. Now I'm gonna remove these clips. I'll be back. Alright, so I just removed the first one. It did fight me, but anyways. Yep, so here is the first fuel injector. I removed that retainer clip, and it's right here, this one. Oops. Come on. Alright, it looks like this, okay? Yep, So this one, I hold this in place and make sure it's lined up correctly. I'm gonna get to the other ones.
Alright, so you need to get you something to catch the fuel after removing the injectors. But the way how to do it, you're just gonna keep like wiggling it, move it left and right, and just wiggle it till it's come off. I still need to do this bottom one and the bottom one right there. This one it's already done, but it's just right there to stop the fuel from leaking. Alright, so I removed all of them, all 6 of them out right here. So I'm not going to be cleaning them, I'm just going to replace them with new ones. Right here, old ones out, new ones in. Alright, I forgot to tell you, just clean as much as you can. One of the videos I saw the guy saying use Vaseline or grease to help you install the new ones. And he also mentioned something about drying this from the gas, so from the fuel, so you easily can install these, because that rubber right there, it will fight you. So one thing I noticed, look at this. This is the old injector, this is the new one. That opening right there, this one is wider than this one, and I'm not sure what's that in the center right there. I don't know. There's one way to find out. It's by installing them. Alright, installing them. Looks like they did not fight me. I'm not using any grease or anything. Alright, let's see. I think they were this way. Anyways, I'm just gonna push. Alright, it is installed. See, you can spin it whatever you want, but after using that retainer clip, you're not gonna be able to do that. But anyways, this is the retainer clip, and it goes this way, okay? And let me explain something. So you see this groove right here? So this retainer clip should go there. Oops. Don't lose this. If you drop it, you're gonna be in trouble. Like that. See? Just like that. And you make sure that this one is gonna go to, it's gonna be directed to the right direction, or facing the right direction. All right, same goes for the rest of them. All right, I just installed all of them. Now, just reverse the process. Make sure to not drop anything right here. And I gotta cut this video here and finish when I plug them back in. Okay.
That one is done. Still need to connect this, and another ground right there. And there's one right here. These two, and we should be done. Oh, I forgot about these connectors because I did disconnect all of these. So, just to give me room. But anyways, install these back, and we should be good to go. Alright, the secondary air pump. Connect. Check. Alright. So, let me see. This one goes back there. Okay, this one I think, if I'm right, goes right here. I'll get to that one. Sure, these connectors are connected very good. Alright, this one, I don't know where it goes. Let me just connect this. So it goes right here. So now, we're left with only this one. Now it's secured. Okay. Connect double lost. Ignition coil. So the reason why I replaced the fuel injectors, because the car started misfiring a lot, and it was shaking so bad. So I did replace the...
After installing the fuel rail, I did connect this, and I did put this screw right here, this one right here. There is a ground, should go right there, and there was no reason actually to remove these. So this side you don't need to remove it, like you don't need to disconnect anything on this side, but this side yes. And the only reason why you need to disconnect this just to get to this bolt, I mean this screw that goes here, which means it's supposed to be this one right there. Okay, now gotta install this bracket, but before I do this, I have to just connect the fuel injectors right there. Oh man, it's always hard to do these things with one hand. Anyways, this one goes right there. The other one right there. Okay. All right, after I do that, bring this here. Okay, and put that screw right there so we can install the bracket, so we can put this one back where it was. See, man, it's hard to do these things with one hand. I'll be back. We're installing the brackets. It's time to install this back. Just clips in, and double check that the fuel injector connectors are connected. Oh, I missed these two. Anyways, and this one goes back in here, clips right in. Oops, come on. Voila. All right, and you go back here to ignition coils, connect them back.
All the ignition coils, spark plugs, air filters, O2 sensors. I mean, O2 sensors, they needed to be replaced anyways, because I had codes for O2 sensors, but it was time to get them done. Anyways, and the car still misfires. It was misfiring on cylinder 4 and 5, and also was seeing random, or multiple misfires. Okay. Connect, check. Oh, that's two. Forgot about that. Alright, we got the last one connected. And don't forget about this. Just clicks right in. This one goes back here. And the other one right there goes right here. Then the air filter. And we should be good for a test. And don't forget about connecting the battery. It was a nice